I'm somebody who's very much intimate with Billy Joel's work. I was born and raised on Long Island. He is my default hero. He's everybody's default hero there. I've listened to everything he has on album. I love his work. I love his perspective. And he's a person that has time and time again said, nobody wants to hear what I have to say. They only want to hear the hits. Anything new that I come out with, they don't want it. And I can kind of understand that perspective, but I've always wanted more. I've always liked to hear what he's had to say. I've always liked to hear the way that he has to say it. So when he came out with Turn the Lights Back On, I was ecstatic. I was so excited to have some Billy Joel, especially after a time period where he's expressed this. And he's come back to the fans to play us music in Madison Square Garden once a month. And he said, I'll do it until we don't sell out. Time and time again, the fans showed up telling him that they want more Billy Joel. They want to at least see him live. They love the hits. They love everything. So the first thing that he comes out with in 20 years is going to be impactful. To me, I thought it was going to be something. So the first thing that he comes out with in 20 years is a love song. It's very Billy Joel, and I'm disappointed. The first time I heard this song, I just thought this is an apology to his current wife, and he had to release it. It was like, it felt throwaway. This is very much a Billy Joel song. Like, it has all of the edge that you're looking for in the lyricism. It has the beautiful piano and the wonderful atmosphere that he always creates. It has all of that, but it's not as potent as She's Always a Woman. It's not as endearing as She's Got a Way. It's not even down to the bare bones or creative as For the Longest Time. You know, this is something, for me, you've been gone for almost 30 years. Like, I think it's since the 90s. You've been gone for so long. You've had time to reflect on things. You've come back. I thought this was going to mean a lot more. I thought you had a lot more to say than just another love song. So I looked up what people had to say on Reddit, of course, because that's where you go for opinions. And people are in love with this song. Everybody is saying he's still got it. No doubt, he does still have it. He can still write a love song, but the way that people were expressing this was that they were dancing in their kitchens with their loved ones, and I can't take that away from them. I think that's wonderful that so many people are in love with this song. They're so happy that he's back. But for me, I was just expecting him to have something to tell me. After 20 years, what have you learned, Billy? What have you, like, what's new? So I listened to the song again, but from this time, if he was talking to the fans. And it kind of made a little bit more sense to me that he's late, but he's here right now. And he's kind of apologizing to us that he was gone for so long and that his pride got in the way, that he wasn't there for us for all these years because that's just who he was. And now it's his turn to apologize to us, and that he's saying, I'm here now, please take me back. The problem I have with that reading is this song is exactly as it seems. This is a love song. This is just another love song from Billy Joel, and people are saying this is him in his prime. It sounds like him in his prime. That's not what I wanted. I wanted his perspective and take on something overall. What have you learned? I want to know what you've learned. I want to know what you've taken. It could have been a political statement like Allentown or anything. But it was just another love song. And then it got me to thinking about what John Lennon said to Paul McCartney. Nobody wants to fill the world with silly love songs. And Paul McCartney says, what's wrong with that? I'd like to know. And then it had me looking at myself, listening to this song, and saying, if this is what Billy Joel wants to do, if all he wants to do is fill the world with silly love songs, and I don't want to hear it, then he was right. I really hope that this is part of a bigger album. I hope this is slotted somewhere in the middle, and that the last thing he has to say to us isn't this. I want the last thing he has to say to be a magnum opus. I want it to be big. I want it to be beautiful. But this is just me contending with the fact that I'm changing too.